Donkey Kong, everyone's favorite reformed kidnapper. And look at that carefully rendered monkey butt crack. Now that's what gets you the Nintendo seal of quality right there. You might have first met the famous ape when he was playing Princess Keep Away from Jumpman, later called Mario, later called by people with my specific New Jersey accent. But soon enough, the name Donkey had become enough of a hit to earn his own games, ones which, wisely, they decided to avoid his penchant for abducting women against their will, as well as the truly horrible question of what his final goal was there? So began the founding of Donkey Kong Country and its many sequels, and soon enough, Donkey Kong and fam were literally rolling in dough. The games were great and are rightly fondly remembered. Well, outside of the minecart levels. I was a child. I had no chance. Good or bad, Donkey Kong is full of memories for indoor kids everywhere, from barrels to bouncy tires to songs that had no business being this much of an absolute banger. One thing you don't remember, but almost did, was good old Donkey Kong using a double-barreled shotgun to airhole bees and beavers with hot lead. Welcome to CanonBall. If there's one thing Nintendo is known for outside of a heavy legal fist and a refusal to ever re-release old games for anything less than $60, it's their dedication to keeping their first-party games family-friendly. Especially in the olden days, and even more so with their premier properties like Mr. Kong, they made sure their games were as toothless as Cranky Kong himself. Complicated adult stories, they leave that to the other guys. Donkey Kong is about as PG as it gets, well, outside of whatever the hell is going on with Candy Kong. What happens in the back room, Candy? What do those banana coins buy?
I'd shower you with coconut cream pies.
Okay, we simply have to move on. This clip, of course, is from Donkey Kong 64, which is the game we're here to talk about. Made by Rareware, who was tasked with mashing up the success of their past DK titles with the 3D platforming success of Banjo-Kazooie. And the third dimension wasn't the only new thing they brought to the game, including Chunky, who was big, Tiny, who was smaller, and Lanky, who was a cursed, horrible creature who should have been poisoned and left in a cold ditch to die.
Why was everyone else like just great and Lanky Kong sucks ass?
That's the kind of face that would make God say, "Time for another flood." Anyway, all 5 Kongs were also given a spread of new abilities used to interact with and traverse their new, non-flat world, including weapons. Adorable, fruit-based weapons, no more evocative of the horrors of war than a pie to the face, DK's coconut gun, Diddy's peanut pop guns. These are all more Animaniacs than American Sniper. But that's only thanks to a last-second panicked pivot by Nintendo legend Shigeru Miyamoto. See, all the way into beta, when it came time to kit out Donkey & Co., Rare had handed them honest-to-God cold steel. Donkey Kong was rocking a double-barreled shotgun that Doom Guy would approve of.
If he shoots ya, it's gonna hurt.
And sweet Diddy, my sweet cartwheeling Diddy boy, he was unloading akimbo pistols like the long-lost monkey brother of the Boondock Saints. We can assume that if Donkey and Diddy were strapped, so were the rest of the Kongs. Chunky's pineapple cannon was presumably a bazooka, Tiny's feather bow just a regular crossbow, and Lanky's long-range grape shooter? Did Lanky Kong have a f***ing sniper rifle?
Aim small, miss small.
According to DK64 creative director George Andreas, in an interview with Games Radar, quote, Miyamoto-san, Iwata-san, and Howard Lincoln, chairman of Nintendo America at the time, came to our new studio. I swung on some vines, collected bananas, and they were beginning to really smile. And then I pressed the button to pull out the gun. It wasn't a textured gun that you might expect, but a realistic shotgun with bullets flying out and with horrifying sound effects. That's a direct quote. Then George started lighting up beavers with the glee of a cabin-fevered French trapper, to which Miyamoto reacted, well, about as well as you would if you saw your treasured child pull out a shotgun and execute one of the cuter species of animal.
Oh, damn you! God damn you all to hell!
Then he simply smiled, grabbed a piece of paper, drew a coconut gun, and handed it to Andreas. Basically his way of breaching the language barrier to say, please no gun murder in the colorful monkey game. With one quick sketch, we were saved from a jungle jape stained red with fresh beaver blood. If only Miyamoto had visited before they released Conker's Bad Fur Day. Who knows how Donkey Kong might have evolved if Miyamoto hadn't wisely snipped out the introduction of modern armaments. It would have suggested all sorts of unpleasant accompanying canon, knowing that somewhere in the land of Kong there are apparently arms manufacturers. Does Funky Kong have that weird little plane in order to smuggle guns and ammunition across international borders? Now, to be fair, first of all, firearms and explosives do exist in Donkey Kong, but they're usually more fun and fitting with the Kremling's pirate themes, like cannons and King K. Rool's trusty blunderbuss. But there's a difference between a cartoon gator packing black powder into the Elmer Fudd special and Diddy pulling 2 fresh mags of 45 ACP out of Hammerspace. Second of all, the Donkey Kong canon is already a f***ing mess, starting with the universe-destabilizing existence of Diddy Kong's Nintendo-branded hat. How much does he know? Why am I, a purportedly adult man, still thinking about things like this?
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay, little buddy. I can't stay mad at you. By the way, notice who's next to him? Yeah, that's Chunky Kong in his first appearance since DK64. And you notice who's not next to him? Lanky Kong. Because this is a movie for children and not a horror movie about an ape so awful looking at him makes you wish you were dead. Well, bye everybody.
He has no mouth and he wants to scream.
Hey, thanks for watching CanonBall. Don't forget to like and subscribe. F***ing minecart can't jump for shit.